Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the stream. Today being Thursday, January the 12th, 2023. Welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the screen. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and dive into it. What's good, gang? What's good? Starting off big six as usual. Question of the day. Is the DXY, is the dollar going to be strong enough to start off the daily on the daily time frame? Currently at 103.03. Okay, euro dollar at 1.07. All right, at these levels, you know, is the dollar going to continue its weekly trend? Right, we're trading with inside of our own range. So today being Thursday, got 2 days left in this week. I'm on the weekly time frame right now, right? We have been bearish on the week on the dollar, bullish on the XUSD pairs. And for me, in today's, right, I'm approaching the market at 8 a.m. I'm coming into the market at 8 at this time. It's so dark. Hold on, let's change that. At this time, is the market strong enough for me to continue my analysis, my bias, to do what I'm trying to do? That didn't do it. What the world? Well, I know why. That still don't feel right. All right, I don't know what just got going on. This gives me more of an orange tint, but okay. Me. All right, before I got heavily distracted, is the dollar, right, going to a current candle that's approaching the lows of our Asian lows on the dollar. We're outside of it. We've already done an A break on SPX and NAS. NAS just closed its A break on the hourly closure. Euro trying to gain some strength. Euro pushing, actually. Pound and Aussie pushing as well, gaining some strength. I saw a 15-minute candle closure here on the Euro. Responded and acted nice, actually. It should be up. Fairly significant from where it opened. Yep. That was a good entry. So I had messed up because I had tried to take a buy entry without enough confirmations earlier. I was trying to buy based off the structure you see here. Let's clean this up. And the first thing I see is this. Let's use these. First thing I see is this candle right here. Inside of this candle, price needs to retrace and essentially load up. So here in this zone, I saw price retracing. And as price retrace inside of here, my job was to catch the bounce back out of that. I did not count the bounce inside of it, but this specific candle closure right here at the 7:45 to 8 a.m., right at 8 a.m., it served the opportunity to enter. Right, based off our first higher time frame signal, we then go to a lower time frame, look and observe, wait for an opportunity to take advantage of price retracing back down into the blue box. Right, price started up here, then retraced into the blue box. First reaction, second reaction, now we're getting it. Now essentially what you want to see is the continuation of the hourly engulfing. So if price started right here, right, we want to see it continue all the way up into at least the 101. That's what we want to see. So from this entry perspective, right, this is how we're playing, going for a 2-to-1. Now normally I would just go based off my entry range and one second. Normally I would just go off the entry range but this is structured a little bit differently. We're higher in the trend, we're higher in the structure. There's a lot more things to take into consideration here, unlike normally before, right? We are seeing the trend continue as I bring back the other pairs. The 15-minute on AU as well. So in terms of continuation vibes, I saw an entry here on the lower time frames on Euro dollar and Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, I was anticipating a bearish retracement just because how bullish the gold was. I saw, okay, gold was real bullish. I'm gonna expect some exhaustion here, especially as the opening of CPI. Nope, it actually was just stalling based off the dollar, looking like it was gonna gain some strength here. You know, that's what was pushing it down, but ultimately giving you a 15-minute. Now, if we would have had a higher time frame confirmation to get into the trade from a bullish engulfing standpoint, I probably would have entered it, but it didn't give me a indicator signal. But this right here is clearly a bullish engulfing. This blue candle right here engulfed the hours of the London Open and coming into prior, but there's no but. Gave you a simple retrace, and it's doing the same thing that Euro dollar is doing pretty much, reaching back up into those higher zones. So not that Euro dollar is giving a continuation. Pound dollar looking like it's trying to be slick. Let's see. What days am I off, right? I am off. Are you in the stream? You must be in the stream. No, I didn't say you in here. You just must have messaged me. I'm off Sunday, Tuesdays, bro. It is what it is. It is what. Pump, euro dollar pump, euro dollar pump. All right, so I think we are getting the continuations vibes, as in terms of the dollar continuing to weaken, especially considering this 15-minute candle that pushed back up. Notice how we had price go in a direction. Here, I'm gonna do my yellow brick road analysis. We had price push in a direction, and then we had price retrace. When price retraced back up, you know, it hit an area of ultimately just resistance to push it back in the opposite direction. Looks like it barely retraced 20 to 30%. So because it barely retraced 20 to 30%, I'm not really expecting a huge momentum to just continue to push price down. If anything, I can just see it's going down to these negative 13 to 272 extension levels. But we got to observe and be aware of how price reacts. But that wasn't a point of me identifying that fib. I wanted to give emphasis on this retracement counter right here and how the importance of it not only going bearish, but the next candle breaking the lows of that. So when it comes to entry, if I were to go to a 5-minute confirmation, these two candles right here will be confirming for me to get into the trade, right? And this one is just continuation. This one is just an extension. So if I was targeting, right, not based off price action, going for my target levels, but based off market structure, right? My first target would be the 618. Next target would be the 1-to-1. Now, like I just said, I don't see price going below the zone. So, you know, how technically would I go for that? Measure it like so. Anything outside of a 2-to-1 for me is a swing trade. It's a runner, right? It's extra. Our first two targets are always 1-to-1 and 2-to-1. It's based off the analysis and strategy that I'm trading, at least. So now, without too much mumbo jumbo, where is the entry? Where are we getting our confirmation? Where the vibes at? That's what we're really trying to confirm and see. All right, streamer, getting an example. I'm talking to my homie, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it out loud too. So you got X, 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 USD, right? This is the dollar-based pairs that I usually trade. This is like your EU, your euro dollar, your GU, your AU. And then you have the DXY, which is USD XXX, aka the DXY. So if the dollar is bearish for the day, the week, which it has been the whole week, then that means the euro, the pound, the Aussie dollar will be bullish. You with me? So instead, in easy terms, what's my screen at? Oh, it's this one. So this one right here in the top left is my DXY. I'm gonna go to something easier, like the weekly time. All right, you can see that this candle right here is red. Come on, cuz. So that means if this candle right here in the top left is red, that means every other candle on my screen should be blue. But notice they are blue, but notice how some are different. Like this one is the biggest. Euro dollar has a 80 to 90% correlation rate to the dollar.
Okay.
Euro dollar is the strongest. All of these have a smaller rate. But this, see, today we got CPI news coming out in a couple hours. So that's gonna increase and cause some movement in your indices. The currencies are gonna wait until the dollar actually makes its move. This is kind of slow, which is why this is kind of looking like that. Like a real strong movement.
What time is the announcement today?
I don't know. I intentionally stopped to look away from the news. Point. Stop. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. So CPI, I might as well start talking out loud. CPI comes out in 18 minutes. And this candle right here is the largest candle of the day besides this one. I'm gonna bring my indicators back on now. This grayed out area is the Asian session. Asian session is when the start of the market, Asians are first. No one cares about Asian session, so that's why it's grayed. That's why.
That's London session after that.
Yep, and then this is kind of hard to see, but this is gonna be like a grayed area. You see all these grayed areas?
Yeah.
These are New York session. So New York session is just now starting.
Oh, I see. So it just started because it just got past 8 a.m.
So you have the horizontal grayed out line. That's what I'm not paying attention to. I want to see price break out of the horizontal line like it did here, come back and retest and give me an entry to go lower. Same thing, break out, give me an entry or retest. But this is all bullshit because it's waiting for it to today,
Okay, so
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is gonna push it down.
the dollar's been in a holding pattern because of the CPI announcement.
From a higher time frame perspective, like you still have opportunities to take a trade every day. Like for me, my specialty is more of in scalping, looking for a lower time frame entry. But what people don't realize is a scalp is just a setup for a bigger move. All big steps are is just a whole bunch of smaller steps. So me, I'm waiting on small increment, small like hints to get into the market, like how this was right here. See these white arrows? That's what my literal hint is. The only one that I've seen is on Euro and Aussie about 30 minutes ago. I want something like this, or a signal came down here, but this is outside of my time zone, so this is not like my ideal trade setup.
Yeah. So you're essentially waiting for something similar to happen with USD. Or do you prefer to go up? Like
I don't really care. I prefer to go with the daily trend. Answer that.
Okay. Interesting.
But it doesn't matter for me. Some people only like the short and long, etc. I don't give a fuck.
I play it by ear. Just whatever. There.
I play what the market gives me. And the non-smart ass answer I can't give you.
No, I get it, because like if you say you're hoping for the perfect storm, right? Let's say you're hoping for that downward candle, like that's on that bottom left, right? You have one opportunity for it, and then it's already going away as we speak. So it's like you're only looking for a specific type of market force. You're gonna hate yourself because you never did. This is complex, but I respect it.
It's just one of those things. I feel like if you be here, like you just show up It is it will forever and always be complex. Like I was looking at my trades that I was taking, I was like, this is some complex shit. But I just know what to do just from being here.
Yeah.
I mean, Randy. So as you see, fam, chat, whoever you are, the news hasn't even came out yet. We got 45 seconds, but we're still having an early reaction to that. Going to stop. So now, all I want to do is wait on price to come back to me and set me up. Technically, it set me up already. Uh. 5 seconds. Boom. I knew it. Look at that. It's going the opposite direction. God damn. Look how fast it's moving.
Jesus.
So the dollar is going back bullish. This pink line is the daily opening. So as long as price doesn't cross this pink line on the dollar, then the daily trend is still true. And this is just all BS essentially. See, this is the Asian section that no one cares about. And then this is New York. New York came and retraced into that demand. I see a demand play right in here. So all I look for is areas of quote unquote support and resistance. I wait for price to come back to the AKA support and resistance. And then I want to see a rebound. So I see one on tech. Let's see what the news came out to be. What do you think is going to be, Riker? Positive, negative?
I think it's gonna be mostly neutral, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna trend too much in either direction from where it was last quarter.
It was negative. What it forecasted to be.
Nice.
Exactly what it forecasted to be. Unemployment claims. Is it NFP week? No, it's not. Well, I guess it's just Thursday. Non-farm payroll. So you have unemployment claims that come out every Thursday, and you have non-farm payment rolls. Your non-farm payment rolls are more important than your regular unemployment. What I'm waiting on right now is once again price to break this blue opening. Or come back and set. So I have options. I have option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is I could get into the trade right now or set a pending limit right here to say, all right, I'm gonna get into the market here and risk my stops pretty much at the high where the market is. Or I could be patient and wait for that red candle to close across the blue candle like I told you. The reason why that is so important, because that's technically a trend and shift in the market, because that's when the structure is breaking. That's when it's literally going from sellers to buyers. This right here is just a battle in the higher time frame at like some point of structure. So if the market shot up, right, most people would go with the trend and try and buy it. Like I said, wait for price to come back down to this yellow box and buy. But if I see price adamantly not trying to come to this yellow box, that means that doesn't mean it's not trying to buy. It just means it's not weak enough to give me a high probable buy.
You're still operating with that risk.
Right, exactly.
So,
exactly.
If you had a higher risk threshold, you can go in now and just have that chance that you lose.
From a sales standpoint, though, remember I got to put my stop loss somewhere. So if I'm buying here, my stop has to go all the way down here. So from a structure, from a high and low standpoint, if I'm in the middle, all right, it doesn't matter. But right now I'm not in the middle. Right now I'm technically a little bit closer to the higher side. And there's some resistance up there that's kind of rebounding, pushing price down, allowing me to take a short. So this is kind of what I see here. Go ahead and stop, chill out. Stop. Even up. Go back over here. I'm gonna mute it because I kind of just been muted, just been in the stream. If you got a high, a low, a high, a low, and then a high. Boom, 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 boom. Price needs to come back to retest. You know what I'm saying, to gain its strength to a high, right? So then you got different types of ways it can do that. It can also boom, 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 come back and break the internal structure of this, looking like it's gonna go lower, to then come retest, do something like that. Now I'm just not gonna go further, but just know it doesn't have to hold its structure.
Yeah. It's a lot of different factors.
It's a lot of different factors. And if we're in news, all right, that's also a factor.
Damn, look how far it went.
But for me, it's always about risk. So at any point in time, I could have obviously bought, but if I wanted to buy, like I said, that daily threshold, remember that was literally 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Price is just moving. I would have had to risk, you know what I'm saying, something like this to go for a target like that. That's a much wider and greater target. I usually go for a 2-to-1, so twice as much as I'm risking. If I'm risking that much, that's a lot more I'm gonna have to go for and do versus something like this. Then it makes my room a lot tighter and faster, and I can be in and out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even, it's rejected. Remember I did, look. All I need is a red candle to cross that blue, and I'm in there. Let's go look at a different market. Not UX30. Let's look at the S&P. Doing the exact same thing. Let's go back. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. The dollar is holding itself. Get out of there. It's also, I'm in like a whole ass group chat. It's also important to